The city of Bethlehem is preparing for the return of pilgrims at the beginning of Advent. In recent months, thousands of pilgrims from around the world have visited the Basilica of the Nativity.
Dopo che abbiamo passato un periodo molto difficile durante la Corona.
After going through a very difficult time during COVID, the spread of the pandemic, the closures that hurt everyone so much, here, as always, Christmas is a proclamation of peace, a proclamation of happiness for all. We now begin the time of Advent, a time of prayer, of spiritual preparation, but also a time of expectation, of joy, where we can already see the fruit of His presence among us. He stronger than sickness, than death. The pilgrims have returned. We celebrate as we have every year in the past.
Le nostre festività si continuano come ogni anno nel passato.
On Saturday, November 26th, the city organized a big celebration for the solemn entrance of Brother Francesco Patton, Custos of the Holy Land, for the opening of Advent. A long day from the monastery of St. Elias, where the Custos arrived from Jerusalem and was welcomed by the authorities and parishes to the passage through the Road of the Patriarchs to Bethlehem. With the construction of the wall, the opening of the gate separating Israel from the Palestinian territory is a very significant moment. The procession passes not through the current checkpoint, but through what was originally the gateway to the city. After passing through the streets of Bethlehem accompanied by scouts, Brother Francesco Patton was welcomed in Manger Square by civil and religious authorities and Terra Sancta College students who expressed great joy and plenty of celebration. Together with the Custos, Brother Ibrahim Faltas, custodial vicar, Brother Rami Asakrieh, pastor of St. Catherine's Church, and the friars of the different communities that make up the custody of the Holy Land. At the entrance of the Basilica of the Nativity, he was also welcomed by the three representatives of the Christian churches that run the shrine: Latin, Greek Orthodox and Armenian. Among them, also the guardian of the Franciscan convent of Bethlehem, Brother Enrique Segovia Marin. In the afternoon, the celebration of Solemn Vespers and the procession to the Grotto of the Nativity, where the Custos lit the first Advent candle. The following day, on Sunday, November 27th, Brother Patton presided over the first Advent Mass. In the introductory greeting, after speaking about the grace of this time, he greeted the local community and also a group of Italians present at the celebration symbolizing the return of the pilgrims. The homily was given by St. Catherine's deputy parish priest, Brother Antonio Habib, who reminded that three things are essential in this time: waiting in silence, prayer and helping others. In the words of the Custos of the Holy Land, also joy for the return of the pilgrims. I am happy for them because they can return to revive their faith here in the Holy Land. I am happy for the Christians in Bethlehem that I can welcome them and they can live with dignity from their work. I am also happy as a Custos because for me it is always good to see that the shrines, the places of incarnation and redemption are frequented by the pilgrims. It is especially good that now, at the beginning of Advent, the pilgrims come here to Bethlehem because this is the place where Jesus was born. One of the brightest moments in Manger Square was the presence of students from schools in the Holy Land. In a world marked by violence, wars and conflicts, children certainly reflect the gentleness and love of the child Jesus.
Dobbiamo ricordare che in ogni bambino si rende presente il bambino Gesù e quindi dobbiamo ricordare che il bambino Gesù.
We must remember that in every child the child Jesus is made present, so we must remember that the child Jesus must be welcomed in concrete children today. I think, for example, of the many children who, even here, suffer acts of violence because of tensions, because of economic difficulties, for so many reasons. welcoming the child Jesus means welcoming them as well. I think also certainly of the children of Ukraine, also of the children in the countries of Africa who suffer violence, as in Congo, Mozambique. I think of the children who suffer in the favelas of Latin America and so many other countries in the world. Christmas should be an opportunity for us to reflect on the value that children have, the need to protect them. They are children of God, and their dignity is revealed by the fact that the very Son of God chose to become a child like all children. Happy Advent journey to all who follow the Christian Media Center. There is still time before Christmas to book your pilgrimage.
Tutti quelli che ci seguono attraverso il Christian Media Center, e c'è ancora tempo prima di Natale per prenotare il pellegrinaggio.